I'm giving time to the potatoes. What a gift. The gift of time. This could go all day.
What time did you put on the potatoes?
Ha 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 ha. Garden variety time. The best time. They're having the best time. Oh, this is getting really bad now. Well, hello again and welcome back to my kitchen. I am Jane DeGraff and today I'm going to show you one of my favourite grown-up adulting recipes, and that is roast chicken. Now I'm doing this today because I have a lot of friends who say they're really scared of cooking chicken. They worry that they'll dry it out. They're not that, convinced that they know how to do it properly. And I actually think that chicken is remarkably easy and that we all just beat ourselves up over chicken a little bit too much. So I want to show you how easy it is today, and you can just chill out about it and do a roast whenever you want. But I'm going to start with my potatoes. Now I like to cook potatoes at the same time as my roast chicken because they're super forgiving, and whatever you're doing with your chicken can be the focus and the potatoes are just kind of a supporting act, but a delicious supporting act. What I always do with my potatoes, and I'm not too fussy on what kind I use, although there are rules around which ones roast better and all that kind of stuff, I'm just like, do you know what? Go with whatever you've got, whatever you could pick up when you were doing your grocery shop. I've got my potatoes here. What you do need to do is parboil them, or boil them a little bit first so that the cooking process has been started, because then when they go into the oven, it's really just about crisping them up, which is a really nice finishing touch for a roast dinner. Yeah? Yeah? Everybody loves potatoes with chicken. Okay, so those are my potatoes there. I'm just going to dress them so that they're ready to go. And to do that, all I'm going to do for the first part is drizzle them with some olive oil. Now they are going to go into the oven for half an hour, and then at that half an hour mark, I'm going to get them out, smash them a little bit, put some herbs in, put a little bit of vinegar in, and then put them back in. The great part of this is I'll be doing that at the same time that I'm taking care of our little chicken guy over here. So you don't actually have to think about too many moving parts. Good tip? Great tip. I think it's a good tip. So we do it in our house anyway. All right, so here is our chicken. Now I'm going to give you the technical stuff first because we've got to get that out of the way. This is a 1.5 kilo chicken. The rules for cooking chicken, and you can take this in or ignore it to your heart's content, is it takes about 20 minutes per 500 grams of chicken. So that's an hour for a 1.5 kilo chicken, 60 minutes. But you need to add 10 minutes at the beginning for crisping up the skin, which is the bit we love, right? The crispy, crispy skin. So 10 minutes at the beginning to crisp the skin, and then 20 minutes for every 500 grams. Did I make that sound really confusing?
Yeah, I'm trying to work out whether the maths is correct.
Yeah, well, you know about me and my issue with maths. Maths is not my strong point, okay? But I do know that 20 minutes for every 500 grams equals 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. Am I right? Please nod. Just say yes. So 1 hour for a 1.5 kilo chicken plus the 10 minutes at the beginning for the crispy skin. Was that easy?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You just left me out there on a limb with my maths.
No, I was trying to work it out.
And you do that every time. You leave me out there on a limb. I'm really bad at maths, just to clear that up. It has never hindered my cooking ability. I'm just bad at maths. Actually, my mother always said that if you put it in like weights and measures for cooking, I was fine. So there you go. The first thing we need to do for crispy skin, and this applies to any kind of skin that you're trying to crisp up on your kitchen table, is to dry it out. So this the same trick here for this applies to if you're getting like crunchy pork crackling as well. What you want to do is you want to dry the skin out. So I washed my chicken. I know some people don't do that. It's entirely up to you, but I gave my chicken a rinse, and now what I want to do is get as much moisture off it as possible so that when I put the oil on and that heats up, it's the oil that's going to do the crisping on the skin, and it's not going to be hindered by any moisture. That just made a horrible sucking sound. Don't tell anyone. My chicken made a really awful noise. There's no way to make chicken look sexy. It's not a sexy kind of thing. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that. Give my hands a bit of a wipe. Okay, now this is the next really important bit. We want to put something inside the chicken to help it steam. I like to do that with a half lemon, but the first thing that I do for this is squeeze. This is very undignified for the chicken. I apologise to chickens everywhere. Is just squeeze some lemon juice inside the chicken. This does help to flavour it, but then on top of that, I'm going to leave the lemon inside because what the lemon does is just help it steam on the inside as well, which is going to help our chicken cook through beautifully and get a little bit of that lemony flavour in there. But it's going to stop it drying out. Oh, it fell back out. Now, the other thing I should say is I never bother with trussing my chicken either. You can do all that. You can truss your chicken, but as far as I'm concerned, you don't have to do it. It's, who's got time for that in the middle of the week? Am I right? Anyway, so there's our chicken. It's had the lemon popped inside. I'm going to put some herbs in with it as well because that steams out beautifully too and makes the chicken taste lovely. It's very aromatic, which I really, really love. And you all know I love my herbs. Put herbs in everything. Now, we've got our dry skin and our stuffed chicken. All you need to do after that is olive oil. Good quality olive oil. My kids love doing this bit, which sounds really weird, but they love giving the chicken a massage. I'm not lying, am I?
Nope.
They love the chicken massage. My eldest boy, who is now 8, learnt how to massage and dress a chicken when he was he 6.5?
Yep.
He was 6.5 when he did his first chicken and he thought it was so much fun. All right, so we've massaged our chicken. He loves to give it a good rub down. Rub down the chicken, lucky chicken. I don't even get massages like this in my house. Anyway, did that sound weird and creepy? Bit weird and creepy?
Were you up?
That I want a chicken massage? I don't. All right, so there's our oiled chicken, and then I'm just going to sprinkle salt all over that. Because salt is flavour and everybody loves salty chicken skin. Now, I don't bother putting butter under the skin or anything like that. It is a nice touch if you want to do it, but the point of this recipe is to show you how easy it is. That's kind of it, really. The last thing I'm going to do is pop some water, some hot water, into the bottom of the tray. Now, it might seem counterintuitive to do that when we've bothered to dry the chicken out, but trust me, this does not affect the skin crisping at all, but it does keep the bird nice and moist on the inside. So it works. I've been doing it for my whole chicken cooking life. It's a trick that I swear by. It also helps to make beautiful pan juices in the bottom of the pan. That's it. Now all we're going to do is put this bird into an oven that's been heated to 200 degrees for 10 minutes. And then you'll see that the skin is getting all beautiful and crispy. Then we're going to drop the temperature down to 180 degrees and how many minutes did I say? 60 minutes, 1 hour after that.
20 minutes per 500.
20 minutes per 500 grams, which means it'll go in for an hour. And at the half-hour mark, I'll flip it over. I'll flip over my potatoes and give them a bit of love and then put it back in for half an hour. I don't know how to make it sound any simpler than that. And I swear I'm making it sound more complex than it actually is. It's so easy. That's it. You will see me, in half an hour when I flip my bird and then come back and tell you about it.
Flip you the bird.
I literally just said flip the bird. So I'm going to put that in the oven and we'll check back in and I'll give you an update on the bird cooking as it goes. Okay, cool. This is me going to the oven now. Bye. There we go. All right, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Just to be very, very clear, this is the halfway mark, which I was talking about earlier. So there's our chicken. You can see the skin is gone nice and crispy, but we've still got half an hour to go if we want the juices to run clear. You know the rule about the clear juices. You've got to poke it with a skewer, and if the juices run clear, your chicken is cooked. Ours is not at that stage yet. I'm going to try and flip it in a moment, but that won't be elegant. So I'm going to start with our potatoes. And what I want to do quickly here, which I probably should have done before, but life gets in the way, is I'm just going to get some of our herbs. Now I'm using thyme because that's what I stuffed into the chicken as well, and thyme potatoes and thyme chicken and thyme, give me more thyme. Who said you can't buy yourself more thyme? I buy thyme all the time. Was that a bad joke? Was that a really bad joke? I'm getting nothing from you. I'm just like laughing at my own terrible joke over here.
No, I thought it was good.
I buy myself thyme all the time. I can't be the first person that's made that joke though. It's so bad that loads of other people have to have made it before, right? So, I'm just gonna move right on. In the meantime, with my time, I can't stop now. Somebody help me. It's a disaster. All right, don't want those bits. What I have here is my thyme, which I bought for myself.
That's not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time, is it? But it's enough time for what we're doing today. Ha, ha, ha. And into that bowl, I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar. You can use whatever vinegar you like. I'm using red wine today, but this works just as well with apple cider or white wine vinegar. Probably white vinegar as well. Yeah?
Are you sure you've got the right time?
Oh, I do. I always have the right time. This is the right time. You don't usually chime in with a joke. You usually like, wait. Oh, that's a good one.
I was going to forget it.
So into that, we're going to put some olive oil. And then I'm going to add that to our potatoes for the second half of the cook. Now, the reason I'm doing that, do you care over there? The reason that I'm doing it now?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about time jokes.
The reason I'm doing it now and I didn't do it right at the beginning is because we don't want those herbs to all burn. And if you put them in the oven for the whole time, oh, I nearly forgot a step. You distracted me with all your time videos. All right, so before we pour that onto our potatoes, I'm going to do what I talked about earlier, which is crush them slightly. Now, the reason we do that is because it just gives them a little bit more surface area that is touching the pan, which gives them more of a chance to crisp up a little bit, which is good. Yeah, that's what we want. I gave them a shake already, so they've all flipped around. I'm a mess. I'm all over the place with my time and, oh dear. So crush your potatoes slightly. Give them more surface area to touch, and then put your vinegar and herb and olive oil mix, all over the potato. Give your time to the potatoes.
Stop wasting time.
I'm not wasting time. I'm giving it to the potatoes. I'm giving time to the potatoes. What a gift. The gift of time. This could go all day.
What time did you put on the potatoes?
Ha 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 ha. Garden variety time. The best time. They're having the best time. Oh, this is getting really bad now. So I'm going to stop there.
How much time did the potatoes take?
Well, so far, half an hour. But they have another half an hour to go in the oven. And you can leave them in the oven longer than that if you want them to really dry out and go leathery. It depends on how you like your potatoes. I know you over there, super taster potato, you like your potatoes quite leathery, don't you?
Yep.
He's a super potato, everyone. He's a super potato. All right, what I'm going to try and do now is flip over my chicken, which you will attest I can never do elegantly. You're just going to wait and laugh, aren't you? There it goes. Yes. It's quite hard to be elegant doing that. I'm not claiming that was elegant, but it wasn't a complete disaster, which in my books is a win. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some oil onto this side and a little bit of salt on this side because it missed out on it before. And now, before it cools down too much with all our stuffing around with our super potato jokes and time jokes, is we're going to put this baby back in the oven for another half an hour and then check in again to see if the juices are running clear. All right, I'm off. No more bad jokes. All right, yay! We're nearly ready for our chicken roast dinner. Can you, you probably can't, but can you, I wish you could hear those hissing and sizzling. Can you hear them? Can you hear them?
Yeah.
They are still hissing and sizzling and they are beautifully crunchy. I could play a song on the potatoes, but we're going to leave those there for a second because I have one very important job left to do, and that is I'm going to try and make some pan gravy from the chicken tray. And I say try because I haven't done it on this particular burner before, so wish me luck. But I like to try things off the cuff, hey? That's how we roll in this house, yeah? I need confirmation.
Yes.
You better give me confirmation. This is our chicken. Now the juices ran clear, but I'm just going to let it rest a little bit longer. Look at that. Look at the crispy skin on the outside. So beautiful. But the next trick we have to do, oh yeah, because I haven't done it this way before. It's going to be a little bit off the cuff, hey? So we might just pop that there. But look at this. Look at all those beautiful pan juices, which I do not want to let go to waste. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them on the burner. I'm going to heat that up. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to mix them up, loosen them up. Oh dear, that was no good, Jane. And turn that right down. All right. So what we're going to do now is just loosen the juices up from the pan a little bit, scrape all those excellent tasty flavours off there. Going to deglaze the pan a little bit, very technical term for just loosening the stuff that's cooked onto the pan. To do that, I'm just going to pop in some vinegar. Same vinegar we used earlier. You just stick with what you've already got on hand. Oh yes, if you could smell that. The vinegar's hitting all the good bits. Oh yeah, right in the back of the throat there, that vinegar. All right. We're just going to cook that down a little bit more because we want to cook off a little bit of the, you know, the real harshness of the vinegar. So we'll cook that down a little. Oh yeah. Give it a scrape. Because if you can have gravy, why not have gravy, yeah? Did you grow up with gravy in your house? Was it a homemade gravy or was it a Gravox kind of gravy?
Gravox.
Yeah, we had a fair bit of Gravox, but if my mum had the time, she would scrape out the pan juices. Now the next trick here is a little tablespoon of plain flour goes in, and that's just our thickening agent. Oh yeah, cook that off, cook that off, cook, 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 cook. It's making like a paste, which is exactly what we want. But you do need to cook that out a little bit, otherwise you get that raw flour kind of vibe going on. And then we're just gonna add some stock. Now this is just a veggie stock. You can use chicken stock if you like, if that's what you've got. We're just gonna, oh yeah, add that in there. I've gone quiet because I'm paying attention to what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get all the bits. How thick do you like your gravy, Super Potato?
Not too thick.
Not too thick? You want it a bit on the thinnish side? Do you know what always fascinated me about gravy making at home was my mum used to strain the gravy. Did your mum strain the gravy? And all I could think was, why would you do that when you're missing out on all the juicy, gooey bits? I want the juicy, gooey lumps, yeah? Juicy, gooey lumps. Does that...
Floury lumps.
Yeah, yeah, could have been the floury lumps, but I'm talking about like, this has got, you know, little crusty pan bits in it. And I think that's flavour and joy. Why would you strain that out? And bits of chicken and stuff. Okay, to be fair, there is a lemon pip in here. You might want maybe you would want to strain off the lemon pip. But I reckon that looks like, oh yeah. What do you reckon? Good? Good gravy? Good gravy. I think that's the expression. Good gravy, sir. Yep. It's got some nice consistency to it. Very nice. So, I'm going to get that out of the way for just a tick. Oh, look, silky. Silky, and my lemon pip, which I should probably strain out. And as we've just established, I'm not going to. But look at that silky, silky gravy. A few thyme leaves in there. Oh, that smells so good. So I guess it's time to plate up. Are you hungry? Tell me that you're hungry. Starving. All right, now I did say before, I'm not elegant when it comes to chicken carving, chicken moving, anything like that. Chicken is not designed to be an elegant meal, I don't think. I think chicken is just about feeding the family, getting it on the table, getting it done. So please don't laugh at me with my terrible carving skills. I need a plate. Who am I serving this for? You? Is this a you serving size?
Yep.
It's a you serving size. Now I'm nervous because you're all watching me. Would you like a leg? Say yes, because that's the bit that I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. Good. You're having a leg.
The easiest.
Excellent. The easiest bit to cut right now. Oh, it's like fall apart tender. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, so good. Let's just get rid of that. Oh, yes. Oh, juicy. Look how juicy. And crispy skin. Look at that, my love. Hey, how's that for the Super Tasters dinner? And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this for me because I know you're not a wing person. You're not a wing man. So I'm just going to pop the little wings right there as my own reward. Look at that. They just fall off and they're so... That is pure joy right there. Oh, crunchy wing tips. I said tips. Crunchy wing tips. Yes. Should I carve off some white meat for you? Because I know you're a white meat kind of guy.
Yeah, we're going to see inside.
Look at this. Look how moist that, and moist is the only way to describe this, so I'm really sorry if you have issues with that word, but look at that. You've got beautifully cooked, moist meat all the way through there. That is such a good roast chicken. To that, I'm going to add some of our crispy potatoes. How many potatoes are we having? 3, 4?
All of them.
All, listen. I love that so much. And we've got some, I'm going to put 4 potatoes on there for you. Crispy skin on the outside. Now I just steamed some beans. And when I say steamed, I just like dunked them in and out of the heat really quickly because I like my beans real green. And so do you. I know you do. It's a thing in this house. I grew up with grey beans. My mother was an excellent cook, but she did do grey beans. And I'm not into grey beans. I like my greens to have, stupid tongs. I like my beans to have some bite to them, and those have still got bite, which is exactly what we want. So now, all that's left, don't want to burn myself on my gravy pan. Oh yeah. All that we've got left to do, I didn't think about that at all. Here we go. All that we have left to do now is add some gravy to your plate, sir. And then I'm going to taste test it before I give it to you. Oh my goodness, are you ready? Ooh, I dripped it all over the table, but look at that. Some beautiful gravy. You can hear our children yelling in the background because they're busting for dinner. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that bit on the beans, little bit on the beans. Oh, that is so good. Oh my goodness, that's it, I'm done. I'm just gonna turn this around so you can see, and then I'm gonna eat your dinner. Ha ha! And I absolutely am, aren't I? There's my beautiful chicken, my little chicken wings. You can see all the herbs are all still neatly tucked in there. Oop. I'm tripping over things because I'm so excited. And how's that for a grown-up, adulting roast chicken dinner? Very little work, a little bit of arm work in the pan gravy, but you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. I just did it because the juice in the pan looked so good. That is, in my opinion, the greatest comfort food dinner. That is delicious food, that is fun food, that is
Joyful
food, which is what I'm all about. So now I'm just going to do the joyful of the joyful food, have a piece of the chicken. And then, yeah, I might hand this plate over to you. Here we go. No, you're not getting it. That's my serving now. I have to reserve for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. And there you go. You can see it really is very easy to roast a whole chicken. Ta-da! You can have the rest of it. I've got the meat.